What's going on? Welcome back to the channel. Today we have to go pick up some parts to fix this car, the Civic, and our engine on the engine stand. So let's get going. And of course, just because we're headed out to do things, the car needs gas. Every time, I swear. This little 2.2 liter drinks like it's a V8. It's insane. All right, how much is this gonna cost me today, boys? $40 in fuel later, good to go. Let's get to the post office and go pick up this package so we can get to the shop and get working. So apparently $40 in fuel in 2024 doesn't even get you a full tank on my old Accord. What's happening? Package acquired. Let's get down to the shop and start working on stuff. I think it's about time. Finally back to the shop with the parts, and now I can start to explain what we just picked up here from Rock Auto. If you guys know what Rock Auto is, it's OEM replacement parts. One of which is for this engine in the corner. If you guys haven't seen that video, go up top and watch it now. We got 90% done, but it turns out I bought a valve cover gasket for a GSR and not a non-VTEC B18. My bad, but we got a new one. The other piece in there is for the daily driver outside. I have parts coming in the mail for the Civic, and we're gonna talk lots and do some stuff on the Civic today. But have you guys ever had someone try to break into your car and completely destroy the door handle like this? I mean, just look at that carnage. The whole thing's pulling off. The handle doesn't even sit in there anymore. Yeah, guys, someone tried to break in and steal my precious, completely bone stock, rebuilt title, smashed in the back, 1991 Accord. Unreal. But anyways, we have a door handle to fix that today, so without further ado, it's been enough talking, enough driving. Let's get ripping stuff off and making my cars great again. First things first, let's get the Civic out of the shop, parked up next to the Accord. And in order to do that, we're gonna have to go ahead and fire this thing up. If you guys don't follow the other Brash Garage social medias, i.e. Instagram and TikTok, you should. Links are in the description of the video and in the biography of this channel. But we replaced some colors on the engine bay for the Civic. Not only did we do that, we went out and tuned this car again for the 10 pounds. So I'll touch more on that later. Let's get this thing fired up and pulled out front. Cold start on the turbo hatch. Let's get it. Listen to that baby purr. Let's get this thing pulled out. Sounding violent, man. All right, now that I just spent an hour just getting a simple thumbnail, get to work. I know you guys are dying to see this. First things first, let's see what I got from Rock Auto. Now this, it's not fun mod stuff, but it needs to be done. Someone broke into my Accord, man. I can't be having that. And I also can't be having an unfinished engine build for you guys. So, let's see what we got. Two of those. One of those. And we got the magnet. There's today's Rock Auto pull. Now, let's drag this engine out front and center where the good lighting is, get this valve cover all situated, then we can move on to fixing the door handle and just wait till the end because I got lots to go over on our built hatch. Can I get the magnet to stick up there with the other Rock Auto magnets? That's probably 14 feet up. Oh, first shot, boys. Not bad. Let's finish off the B18B build. And I don't want to say anything too soon, but I believe we have the proper valve cover this time, and it's a Felpro one, which is better than that Beck Arnley GSR one we had. Regardless, let's get this valve cover out, pray to God that it works, install it on here with some hardware, and call this engine built. All right guys, cross your fingers for me. Well, here's to hoping this valve cover works. Or this valve cover gasket, perhaps. All right, let's see here. Well, it finally fits the bridge, which is a good sign because on the other cover, this bridge section was too skinny to actually fit. So far, we're looking all right. And I think it's safe to say that's the right valve cover gasket. Let's switch out these spark tube seals and get to putting it on the engine. And with all the gaskets installed, it's time to mate it to the actual head, put some hardware on it to call this engine good. All right, valve cover's installed. Now let's grab the hardware. Hardware of choice today is just these VMS purple washers with some bolts right on top. We should be all set. All right, boys, simple as that. Valve cover gasket, spark tube seals are installed. The only other thing this engine needs is a set of spark plug wires and spark plugs, and I mean, she's good to go. Do your other bolt-ons, you know, put a nice little header on it, put your bracketry back on if you want to run power steering AC. If not, leave it off. Put some injectors and a fuel rail in it, connect the vacuum lines, hook up the wiring harness that we still have yet to do. I want to rewire that. And then you're screaming. You got a nice refreshed B18, B1, new water pump, timing belt, tensioners, bolts, gaskets everywhere, new oil pan gasket, new valve cover, repainted, fresh hardware, fresh gasket. I mean, she's good to go. It's a nice refreshed little unit. Am I gonna use it? I don't know. But let's go replace this door handle because these damn thieves got me fucked up. Now here's what it all boils down to. Is this the right door handle to replace on our Accord? I have no idea, but I sure hope so. Let's open it up and take a peek. I mean, it looks about right. Let's go match it up to the car and actually make sure. All right, I got all the tools I think we should need. Now, before we actually start ripping stuff apart, let's make sure that it's actually the right handle. It's not. I'm just realizing now that it's not at all. No way. No freaking way, dude. We strike out. This little lock thing here doesn't have it on this one, apparently. Well, guys, that was a massive fail. I could have sworn those were the right ones. They said for sedans, EX model, which this one is, and they ain't the same. Now I know. I'll go back on Rock Auto and see if they have one with the lock cut out, and we'll try again. But the damn thief that tried to get into my car and didn't get in but destroyed my door handle, I got words for you, man. I got words for you. And now that my door handles on Rock Auto aren't even right, at least we caught one dub today. At least we got the engine put back together and in a somewhat usable / sellable state. So we got to take the dubs when we can get them. Let's chat about this Civic. So as you guys know, this is my 1994 Honda Civic EG hatchback, and we have done a full build of this car on the channel over the course of the last, I don't know, what has it been, 6 years, since about 2018. And I love this car. It's my first car that I've ever done stuff like this to. Engine swap, fuel system, turbo kit, intercooler, oversized aftermarket cooling system, slave cylinders, master cylinders, engine mounts, everything. Even as far as like lips, lowering, camber kit, wheel tire, lighting, carbon, interior as far as Recaros, quick disconnect wheel, fan to a switch, short shifter, gauges, all of that. And it has been a fantastic journey. I absolutely love this car, and I hope you guys love it just as much as I do. It's been, like I said, just honestly a fantastic car. The build process has been amazing. There's been so many hiccups and things go wrong, but we've always been able to fight through it and sort them out. And this car, it means a lot to me. But looking at YouTube as a business and having these cars for content, I almost feel like 90s Civics have such a niche, tight-knit community that if I were to say build something newer like a new Civic Type R, an M Series BMW, a new Integra Type R, a VA WRX STI, something that has more relevance and more of like a crazy cult following, I feel like would do the channel a ton better. With that being said, I can't afford to keep all these cars. Like right now, I have 3 cars, this one shop, and my little house. So as you guys know, we have our Accord as the daily. We bought that for a winter beater almost 3 years ago, and we've just kept it ever since. It got hit, it was rebuilt, title now, and it's just the daily in-town cruiser. Then we have a 2014 F-150 with a 5-liter Coyote. That's just the daily truck. And then we have this, my 1994 Honda Civic that's fully built and ready to rip. Like I said at the beginning of this video, just a couple days ago we did go out and get this thing tuned for our 10 pounds of boost. It ended up making 7 pounds, but spools at 5,000 RPM. Before, it only made like 4.6 pounds, maybe close to 5 pounds, and didn't spool till 7,000 RPM. So we gained 2,000 RPM of spool and 2.5 more PSI, and this thing rips. On our dyno, we've got 300 wheel horsepower. Now I didn't film it for a long form video because I've already done a video tuning the Civic this year, but if you want to see the short form video, Instagram and TikTok, go run it up. Links are in the description once again. But it is now tuned and ready to go, and you guys might be noticing something a little different since the last time I showed YouTube the engine bay. We got rid of all the purple, and I think it looks a lot better. Once again, that was a short form video. Putting the carbon valley tray back on with an OEM oil cap versus having the purple, and purple. I just think it looks a lot better and a lot cleaner to the eye, but I need your guys' help. This car is pretty well fully built. Like I said, it's got the interior, it's got all the suspension, it's got the exhaust, it's got the engine swap, it's got the turbo kit, it's got the Honda tune, it's got the 300 wheel horsepower, it's got the lip, it's got the wing, it's got the mirrors, it's got the lighting, it's got everything. The only other things I can do to this is replace older aftermarket mods with newer, more relevant mods, or maybe clean up the interior a bit more. But it's like I'm just kind of rebuilding the same thing at this point that I've done for 8 years. So would you guys be more interested in seeing a newer car like a 340i, a Civic Type R, not the FL5, the FK8, a new like 2017, 18, 19 WRX STI getting built from the ground up, or would you care to continue to see this car getting kind of rebuilt, reworked, and driven more? I need your guys' input in the comments below, because for the past couple weeks you probably have noticed the content fall off on this. I uploaded the side-by-side video that absolutely flopped. I can tell you guys don't like that. I went from averaging 150 to 300 views to getting 30 views on that. So you guys will be seeing no more side-by-side content. I'll do that in my own time off camera. But do you guys want to continue to see this car on the channel? It's just getting hard to come up with content because I've built it fully and it's quote-unquote done. But would you guys like to continue to see this or something new? And I'll be honest, that really does pain me to say because I love this car. Like I said, I've spent 6 years building it, all my time, all my effort, man hours, my whole bank account. I've put everything into this car, and it just shows what I can do with a car, and it was my first time doing it. Your first build's always the hardest to get rid of, but I try not to be too sentimental with material things. After all, they are just material things. You can't bring them with you, right? So I just need to know, do you guys really want to keep seeing this, or should I move on into something newer, more relevant, clean slate that we can do the wheel and tire, suspension package, exhaust, intake, bigger turbo, tune, turbo inlet, air oil separators, all that stuff again on a newer, more relevant chassis? Because let's face it, I'm not rich. I'm some broke kid that's just trying to make it. I can't afford to own a new F-150, an old ass Accord, and this. And my only way to get the money for a new irrelevant car like that is unfortunately parting with my most expensive car, which is this built Civic right here. So I really need some input. Comments are wide open below. If you guys want to stick to this, please let me know. Don't shy away. I want all the opinions. And if there's a better car than those three I listed, 340i, VA, STI, or FK8 Civic Type R, also put that in the comments below. But I can't afford to have two built cars, and if I get a newer, more relevant car, I won't have to live at the shop because it's not a full like race car build like the Civic is. This won't be a daily, it'll never be the daily. I don't want to take it out in the snow. It's one of the few EG hatches left with no rust at all, and I don't want to make it all rusty. Whereas if I got a new car like that, I could do the Vlogmas, I could take it out in the snow and do the fun videos like that. It would be my daily driver, so there'd be a lot more Instagram photos, a lot more short form videos of it. But please let me know. I need help right now. I think adding a newer, more relevant car would be very beneficial to this channel's future and what we can do with Brash Garage, because let's face it, I love making videos and I know you guys love watching them, but with the level it's kind of getting to, I can't afford to just be getting low views. As kind of cliche and shitty as that sounds, I need some more traction on this channel to keep going at the pace that I'm trying to do things, and I just don't think that this car has much more left in it to give the channel. It's been 6 years, so I really need you guys to let me know in the comments below. Keep this thing and figure out what to do with it as far as content, or get something more relevant. And with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and have to end the video off here. If you guys want to see this thing get tuned for its 7 pounds and spool faster, follow the TikTok, follow the Instagram. Everything is on there. I got a lot more short form content coming for you guys. Not everything is seen in long form on YouTube, unfortunately, but if you want to see it all, go ahead and follow those other two. Till next time, boys, comment, like, subscribe, and hope to see you in the next one. Peace.